Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for these years, you know, throwing out theories, skipping homework, and if you're a real one, thank you for finding some way to consider the things I put out to be adjacent enough to education to be able to not feel guilty when you are skipping said homework. But I do have to say this. Why did none of you tell me my audio, like early on, especially in these Shakespeare videos? It was garbage. No one said anything. Hurts me deep. But that's why we're here today. Salutations, friends. My name is Brianna Sukiyama Bond, otherwise known as No Ordinary Scholar, and William Shakespeare, the untouchable god of literature that puts out nothing but timeless masterpieces. sorry, I just couldn't get through that one. Couldn't get through one. What are we talking about today? Today we are talking about Hamlet. Once upon a time, in the magical land of Denmark, there was a powerful king who was then murdered by his brother Claudius, who wanted to take his crown and insert R&B lyric his wife. The ghost of the king comes to his son Hamlet, and the news of this terrible act has his son just fueled, overflowing with rage, yada 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 yada. Everyone dies, blah blah blah. That's really all you need to know. And clearly from that demonstration, I would make a fantastic teacher. Disclaimer, No Ordinary Scholar is not responsible for any grades you get as a result of this video, unless it's an A. The reason you don't need to know anymore is because none of it actually could have happened. And no, I'm not getting into any debates on ghosts. You see, historically, Claudius's plan just doesn't make any sense because the crown wouldn't have gone to him either way. According to the official site of Denmark, the throne was elective, but the crown was typically passed down to the eldest son of the reigning king. I know. Typically, generally, that's such definitive information. So for our sake, I decided to look into this. And then I realized that looking into this was the internet equivalent of cancer. Right next to Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. And yes, you're welcome for getting that shit back in your head. Disclaimer, No Ordinary Scholar is not responsible for any trauma that occurs between you or any other parties from looking up Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. But no, seriously, I am not joking. There's no real consensus on what type of succession they had. So, little old me thought I would just, look up a family tree of the Denmark royals and see for myself how it was passed down. I shit you not. That is a week of my life. Like a week's worth of time I devoted towards looking up this information, never getting that back. It killed me a little inside. I wrote this original video and this original script and all this original information, did all this original research years ago, and it still haunts me to this day. Anyways, it was so hard to find this family tree, and the most reliable source that I could come across was from a site that looked like it was from the era of commercials for dial-up. But when comparing that family tree to the information that was on the official Denmark website, things matched up. So what I found and what I concluded was that the crown was passed on to the eldest living son, and if there was no son, then it would pass on to the brother. And this is where people start to get confused, because I know what you're thinking, and you're thinking, Hamlet probably just wasn't old enough to be king. Simba was just a baby when Scar killed Mufasa. Don't worry. I remember. So my villain origin story has got to be watching the same 3 movies whenever we had like a free period, a sub, there wasn't anything to do in class in middle school. You don't know what it does to you to be in a room full of white girls and for the 100th time they're all, "Hey, Mufasa, why did it have to be Mufasa? Bitch, I will kill him next time. Long live my steak." Oh, but that is just where the adaptation surpasses the original. Because while both villains were absolutely foolhardy enough to leave the one threat to the throne alive. Don't worry about this thing that's on my head. If you have no idea what this is, please check out this vlog. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say yes, I do remember that Scar sent the hyenas to try and kill Simba, but we all watched the same movie. That's basically the same thing as doing absolutely nothing. At least Scar had the forethought to start this plan while Simba was still young. Well, we actually get the exact number from a gravedigger, or clown if that's what you prefer to call them, in Act 5, Scene 1 of the play. In this scene, Hamlet asks the man when he started working for them, and he responds, "I came to it that day that our last king Hamlet o'ercame Fortinbras. It was that very day that young Hamlet was born. I've been sexton employed here, man and boy, 30 years. So Hamlet was well over the age that, yep, he was old enough to take the throne. That's where that sentence was gonna end. That's where the whole video has always ended, and it definitely doesn't go on to me doing a bit completely based off a poor understanding of death rates. No, not me. Which, by the way, thanks, American education system." Well, if this has boggled your mind as much as it has boggled mine, then your English teacher probably has some explaining to do. Granted, I do acknowledge that this conversation may not be the greatest for your grades over there. You'll still have an A in my heart, and isn't that what matters here? Thank you guys so much for watching this re-record of my Hamlet video again. No one let me know my audio in those videos was so bad. Oh my god. But we'll be going through the rest of my Shakespeare pieces, as well as, you know, of course, diving into some more books here and there. If you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, go watch some other videos of mine. I've got plenty, as well as go check out my go check out my vlog channel over there. I hang out. We're currently going through my moving series, so I can show you everything about my move from Honolulu, Hawaii to Chicago, Illinois. And if you want to support me and you got like maybe $5 in your pocket, please check out my Patreon over there. You can subscribe for as little as $2 a month, but with $5 a month, you get some really cool perks. You get to see all of my videos early, both channels. You get the notes that I take with my reading streams. Links will be up there to some of those, as well as my books. In case you didn't know, I am an author of the Queen of Thieves series. This series you can purchase on Amazon.com, but with your subscription to the Patreon, as I release new books in this series and other books that I'm writing, you get to be a part of the pre-release premieres, in which you will be getting episodic releases of the books before they're available for anyone else. If any of that sounds awesome to you, please check out the links down below. But until next time, valedictions, friends.